Let's say you have a product or service and you're not sure how to market it online, or maybe you're new to online sales and marketing, or you want to get started. You're not sure where to begin or what to use, what strategies to use. Well, today I'm going to go through a lead flow, which basically is going to get you from $0, 0 subscribers to your first 1,000. Before I get started, make sure you hit subscribe below, hit the bell for notifications, and let's go. So we're going to get into the marketing basics, the marketing fundamentals for somebody who wants to market any product. I don't care if you've been doing this forever or if you're just getting started. These are the fundamentals. It's like Tiger Woods said, and I've said this before, he didn't do anything special. He wasn't born with any special talent. He said he just took the fundamentals and he mastered them. So that's what we're going to do with your product or service. We're going to walk through the very basics, the fundamentals, and you can take these, you can modify them any way you want, but they're proven to get you to grow from 0 to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to go through this presentation. There's a link below where you can download the whole thing for yourself, and you'll have a reference to it. And also, like, all these things are right in LeadScripts, and maybe I'll get into the LeadScripts and show you how you can do some of these things towards the end, so stick around. Okay, we're going to go through the lead flow, the marketing basics, the guide to the first $1,000. And like I said before, we're talking about 1,000 subscribers. Each subscriber you get is worth $1 on your list on average. That's just the way it works. And if you're not getting $1 from every subscriber, then you're probably not emailing people enough, and you really need to. We're going to get into this marketing basics. This is a lead flow versus a sales flow. The lead flow is going to get you your leads, okay? And then we're going to walk them through this flow, and it goes naturally into the sales flow, which we'll get into in another video. The lead flow, we have the opt-in page, we have the thank you page, we have the lead magnet PDF download, we have the thank you email, and we have the email follow-up series and the Facebook ad. Now the Facebook ad actually goes before the opt-in page, but to understand all this stuff, I put it at the end. So the opt-in page, the sole purpose of the opt-in page is to capture the lead, to offer our ideal customers something they want in exchange for the email address. So I'll get into an example in a minute. Number one, you're going to focus on a pain. Think of 3 to 5 pains your customer is going through and focus on one of those. The best way to get the attention of prospective customers is to focus on the pain they're experiencing, empathize with their struggles, be relatable, and offer a simple solution. If they know that you had the same pain, like for example, say you're a financial coach, and you coach people who have gone through bankruptcy. It's like, look, I was bankrupt. I know exactly what you're going through right now, and this is what I did to get out of it. You see how relatable that is, and you focus on that pain point. The pain point is like you're going through bankruptcy, so it could be worse. Number 2, offer simple help. Don't overcomplicate this step. Create a simple 3-step to-do list, checklist, or something that will help your ideal customer get started solving their problem. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It can be a checklist. It can be a simple guide, a 3-step program, which is not a lot. Don't get overly complicated with this at all. And number 3, capture new lead. Offer a form for the user to enter their first name and email address in exchange for the checklist that you offer, the solution you're offering. You can ask for more information, but I don't personally recommend that, because you want to get that handshake. You want to connect with this person, and you want their email address, and you don't want any kind of friction or anything that's going to keep you from getting that, because that's your first, that's the handshake. You want the handshake. You don't want them just, if you're passing out flyers on the street, you don't want them just walk on by. You want them to take your flyers. So you want the least amount of resistance. And this is an example that we have for Double Your Leads Lead Magnet Blueprint. Now, I'm going to tell you what's right and what's wrong with this, okay? This is a simple page that we have, and actually there's a link below. You can grab that and you can go and check it out. Get our proven step-by-step lead magnet funnel and grow your list. In this lead flow, we're focusing on a pain point, right? This doesn't focus on a pain point. This actually focuses on a dream or desire that they want. What do they want? They want to grow their list. So in LeadScripts, we build out your avatar, your ideal customer persona, where that we have their pains, their fears, their dreams, their desires, where they're located, and all these things to create the ideal customer for your product. One of the things, like I say, is the dreams and desires. Well, that's a dream and desire. This isn't a pain point, but you can use either of those. You can use the pain point or you can use the dreams and desires. In this exercise, I say focus on pain. Pain works much better than a dream or a desire. Oh, you want to retire and sit on the beach? Like, oh yeah, I want that. Or you want to lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks. Ooh, that's a pain. Like I want to lose weight. Yes, that pain is. Or I want to get out of debt in a month, in 6 months. Those pains are real. The pain seems to motivate people more than dreams and desires. What we have here is we have a headline, then we have the opt-in form. It's just a first name, email, and you can download. In ours, I include a copy, an image of the cover of the PDF download. You don't necessarily need one. You really don't. But I just find that sometimes it's more attractive to people when they see it so that they want it. That's why I put it in there. Next part is the thank you page. A thank you page is another opportunity to ask the new lead for something or lead them to your solution. You can ask them for a sale, but don't be too pushy. You don't want to push them away or turn them off. Right now, you're trying to help them. You're trying to build trust with them. You can ask them to join a Facebook group. That's low resistance there. You can ask them to join your inner circle. You can share your Twitter, your X link, your Instagram, TikTok links. Share more value. Don't try to sell too hard and keep it simple. And there's an example of one of LeadScripts thank you pages. And it's very simple. It tells them exactly what to expect. Check your email. It validates their email. And also, there is an invitation to join the Facebook group, which is a private group. It's very simple, but it's there. It's one thing for them to do. One thing you'll notice for a lot of people is if you ask them to do too many things, nothing gets done. Focus on one thing. Focus on one pain for this whole lead flow, or focus on one dream or desire. But I would focus personally on one pain, the most effective thing. Okay, now your lead magnet download. So what we're doing is we're capturing their email address and their first name so that we can give them something of value that they want. What do they want? They want this download. So what about this download? The lead magnet's a download you're going to give your new lead in exchange for their email address. It's like, here, I'm going to give you this for free, and that's the handshake. One, keep it simple. The PDF does not need to be complicated. Keep it simple. Checklist or 3-step solution or just about anything really will do. As long as it shares some type of solution to the pain they're feeling, what they're going through. Focus on the pain. This is a great example here. What is the ideal customer's biggest pain point? Focus on that. Well, golf slice, like in golf, what is it? It's a golf slice. I don't want to slice the ball anymore. So offer the solution. The solution doesn't have to cover every possible pain or dream or desire or issue that can arise. It just can be 3 things to help them resolve this. It's simple. You've downloaded these before. You've had a problem and you're like, oh yeah, I'll give them my email address for this. It's for example, instant 3-step quick fix, and I'll get into another example shortly. And keep it general. Don't think you have to go into a million different details about this. Keep your solution in the PDF very generalized and high level. It doesn't need to be super detailed. Now that they've downloaded it, they opted in, you have the PDF. Now here's your thank you mail. I personally include the PDF in the thank you email. You could also include it in the page that is the thank you page itself if you want. This is the first real interaction with our new lead. So keep it simple, keep it professional, keep it full of golden nugget value for them, and don't overwhelm them. You could even offer a few more golden nuggets, as I say, and just affirm that they've made a great decision by trusting you with their email address. Number 1, keep it short. Simple thank you for requesting the PDF lead magnet is a good start. Number 2, don't push. It's a big mistake to try to sell them immediately. Do you like being sold to? If you're out on the street, do you like somebody coming up and trying to sell to you? No. But what if it's your friend and they're like selling Girl Scout cookies or something? You're like, oh, you would love to help them out. Well, why? Well, not just because it's Girl Scout cookies or something you like, but it's because it's your friend. You have a relationship. You know each other. You trust each other. You don't mind that. Like, that's what you're doing with your new lead. You're earning trust. You're building that trust. You trust them, you're going to be far more likely to buy. It's the same with you. And give them a heads up. Be sure to let your new lead know that you're going to be sending them some nice golden nuggets. Keep an eye out on there. Whitelist your email address so that you don't end up in spam, because a lot of email does. And now, here's where most people just fall off. What they do is they get the lead magnet. They have the opt-in page. They have the lead magnet. And then they send the email to the lead magnet, the lead magnet to the person's email address. They have all that. And then they just start trying to sell them. And that's the problem. People don't like that, as like I just said. So in the email follow-up series, this is where you're going to give them all kinds of value. Look, people think that they shouldn't give all this value up front because that's really expensive stuff. I don't want to give that first. They have to pay for that. It's like, no, you give them as the best stuff you have. Look, whenever people recorded CDs, did they wait to the very end to play the best songs on the CD? No, because that's what sold the CD. Or the record, if you know what I'm talking about. You put the best up front because that's the first impression. So they get your best stuff up front, then it sets the tone for the rest of the stuff. So in your email follow-up series, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you give them great information and you stick to the core foundation of the theme of what your product or service is. The first thing you're going to do, we're going to have 3 indoctrination series emails, and the first one is just going to offer a tip or golden nugget for them, something else. Like, what else can they do? So like say we're going to make this golf. So like, hey, how to stop your golf slice in 3 steps in 10 minutes. Okay, all right, I'm downloading that because I'm like thinking, I'm tired of slicing the ball on the golf course and embarrassing myself in front of my friends. I want this. So I give them an email address. They give me the PDF, the 3 steps to stop doing that. And now the next email, the follow-up series will be like, hey, those 3 steps were great, but have you thought about how you grip the ball? Because that could make you hit even longer balls. That's a value nugget. And next one, another tip or golden nugget. It's like, have you thought about the way you stand over the ball? Try this. And like, oh, okay, this is great, Next one is like, have you thought about your pre-shot routine? Try this. Like, look, I just gave them 3 amazing things that I would have to pay a coach $50 to $150 for a lesson each time just to get each one of those things. And I just gave them to them. They're like, oh, this is great. This guy just gave me these 3 things. Like, I love this. It's helping my game. It's helping me do what I want to do, like to succeed. So now what? Well, now I want more. Like, as a consumer, as I trust you because you're giving me all this great information. Let's go. So that's your email follow-up series. This is the lead flow. This is getting people on your list and it's warming them up to the sales flow. And right now, we're just making customers, we're getting our leads hot. They were cold to begin with, but then they gave us their email address. We gave them a lead magnet. That's a warm lead. And now with this indoctrination series, this follow-up series, giving them those golden nuggets, now they are freaking hot. They're like, okay, this is great. Like, okay, everybody just wants an easy button. So now they want to press the easy button. What does that mean? They want to buy from you. So the next thing is the sales flow. And I'll get into that in another video. Now, before we get to that, the next thing is the Facebook ad. Now, we talk about the Facebook ad and everybody overcomplicates everything so much. Like, you don't have to overcomplicate this stuff, okay? Don't make it sound like it's AI speaking. When you use LeadScripts, we generate over 80 plus details of your product. or service or whatever it is. And then we generate your customer persona, your ideal customer, what their pains, their fears are, their dreams, their desires, their location, all these things, And then when we generate your marketing copy for you, your Facebook ads, your emails, your SEO, your social media posts, your articles, for your blog, all this stuff, it all uses your product and your ideal customer information. And we just had a guy, he just emailed me yesterday, and it just really made my whole week because he gets it. He put his information in there, like we did all the rest, and then he generated this information and he ran it through AI generators, and less than 20% showed up as AI. Like, that's insane. Because all these AI generators generate the same content, very similar. But when you use LeadScripts, it's using your product information, it's using your customer persona so that you are already generating something unique to you. And the reason I got off on a tangent is because when you're creating your Facebook ad and you're creating your emails and you're creating, your sales copy, your web page copy, all these social media posts, if it sounds like it's AI created or generated, then, it really doesn't resonate with people like it should. So that's why I'm saying, keep it simple and get the ideas, run it through. If you want to generate with ChatGPT or whatever, you can do that in LeadScripts too. You can use Oscar or ChatGPT if you just want to use chat. But it's going to be missing your whole product and customer persona. At the end of the day, read it, go, let it sit, come back and be like, does that resonate with me if I have those pains? If you have a product, you should know your product better than anybody. And you should know who your ideal customer is. And even though LeadScripts is going to do that for you, you should know, does this sound right? Does this make sense? And if it doesn't, find somebody to read it for you and see that. But anyway, this is a perfect example. Golfer, stop slicing the ball in 10 minutes. Okay, I'm in, My 3-step approach is simple and will have you hitting long bombs in 10 minutes. Download it now. P.S. It's free. You see how simple that is and how effective that is. You're going to get 80 to 90% of people opting in. There'll be that one, who's this guy, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Most people, probably 95% are going to be like, yeah, I want that. I'll give you my email address for that. And then you start giving those value bombs in the indoctrination series. And guess what? You have a customer. They're ready to buy from you. They trust you. They want more. So they're going to subscribe to your YouTube channel. They're going to subscribe to your Instagram, your Facebook. And that's how you get started. And that's how you go from 0 to 1,000. And it could take a while. It could take less time. You don't know. The thing is, you can't quit, but you got to keep going. And for this, I'm really focused on your email list because email is where it's at. I don't really care too much about Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, Instagram. Those are great marketing channels, but this is all focused on email. Like I say, if you haven't tried LeadScripts, you really gotta consider it because you're gonna put your product information in there. Very simple. The form is so simple. There's only a couple things you have to put in there. We'll generate over 80 plus product details for you. We're gonna walk you through the customer persona. When that's all finished, you can go through and you can massage all that information. Then all your marketing copy is gonna be using that. Look, nobody else does this. And this isn't just like, you can use ChatGPT all you want, but you can see another video of mine where I go through and compare prompts versus LeadScripts. And it's just, you're missing out if you're just going to be using ChatGPT or regular AI to generate stuff. You need something behind it that understands your product, your service, your details of those, and your customer persona. Or you're just, putting out generic stuff like everybody else. And the more specific you are, the better. Now, this strategy is simple. It's effective. It's the fundamentals. It's been used over and over again to generate, lists of 1 million. So it works if you follow this. And, this is the beauty of this. You can follow this and you can start putting out lead magnet after lead magnet after lead magnet. And you know what? You're going to get a lot of the same people downloading those, but it's building trust for one. And you're going to get more and more people. We only have a few lead magnets right now in LeadScripts, and they've generated literally thousands of leads and customers from it. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's not a lot of work. You follow the pattern, you follow the strategy, the fundamentals, and it's going to work for you. Hey, I'm Craig from LeadScripts, and I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. Now, I'd love for you to try LeadScripts and see exactly what I'm talking about. We have some links down below for free stuff. Grab it, and we'll start sending you these golden value nuggets for your marketing. And it doesn't matter if you're new to marketing or you've been around it for a while. Like, it's a great strategy that works, and we're here to help you. Anyway, make it a great day, and until next time, thanks for watching.